at this qualifying tournament. Had the 9 points, but literally on these 39 minutes, went 2 for 15 from the floor, 1 from 11 from 3. That's not the numbers he's used to. But finally, wherever you're joining us from, welcome to Luanda as Uganda and the Ivory Coast will jump it up. Uganda in the red uniform, Ivory Coast in the white. And I think we're going to re-jump. The clock's got a 25-minute number on it. Now we've got 10. All good, all ready to go. And now we're underway, and the Ivory Coast will have the first look at it in the half court. Uganda showing the zone. They're going to offer the wide open look for the perimeter. And why wouldn't you with the three-point numbers of yesterday for the Ivory Coast? But what they've got to do is take care of business and clean up the mess on the glass. Jean-Philippe Dalle, who had a nice game yesterday, gets going early. The deep three is way off. The issue for Uganda will be that the Ivory Coast, after having that win streak broken by Nigeria, are going to come out today with a point to prove. He talked before the tournament about going to the World Cup unbeaten. Abui outside moves it on. They turn down the corner and stroke the three. Well, Dieng only played 5 minutes yesterday. He's announced himself in the game today. Sier Dieng. He'll know his name, but oh, and one. Julius Casito, if you're not going to guard me, I'm going to put it up. Gets contact, foul in the act of, will go to the free throw line for the extra. Already matches his points output from yesterday. And surpasses it within a minute and 20 seconds of starting the game. The Abate will swing the baseline. They're going to hit him on the far side. Now they've gone back the same way. Dieng goes back-to-back threes and literally says to coach, hey, 5 minutes yesterday? I just got more points in the first 2 minutes of the game. Ivory Coast extend the defense. And they're looking to literally hunt the passing lane. Musako, almost. Again, another experienced player on this team that will be really keen to make up for yesterday's performance. They turned the ball over 24 times yesterday. Cote turned it over 5 himself, as did Abui, and that's 2 of your veterans alongside Diabate, who accounted for 16 turnovers. That's not really in the script. Nice pass to the baseline. Diabate gets it down low. Kicked. Abui puts it on the floor, gets inside behind the back. This is 3 from 3 if it goes, and it does. And Sier Dieng has 9 quick ones. And the Ivory Coast smell of steel on every possession here. Nice stroke for 2. And the quick 2 going back in transition. Bling with a floater, but literally before you even started to celebrate, the Ivory Coast down the other end. Well, Uganda are not shot shy at the moment. It might help. Maybe 2 or 3 people touching the ball before the shot could be an answer. Just not. They're not really settled into this. That's a foul. Casito with the block. Well, they talked before the game, just on the way out, about switching everything. They've shown the zone on every possession so far. Extra pass. Abu, nice touch pass. Be out for three is good. Sweet. Good ball movement. Sharp ball movement. There was a criticism yesterday, it was that nothing was sharp with them. It became a very much a slow down game. Both teams played the scoreboard in the second, late in the games. It was tight. So Cote's going to come down with it. It's going to be a travel. Good stand. Clean on the ball. And there's the travel. (16-6) early in this one. And the Ivory Coast, as I say, feel there's a chance to steal anytime you want. That's the first three-pass trip down the floor for Uganda. Step back three is off. And the defensive rebound is just cleared up. Charles Abu comes down with it. Cote to the inside, kicks it out. Mid-range jumper for Dale is good. Putting together a nice series of games is Jean-Philippe Dale. Plays in Chalon in France. There's a real crispness to the way that the Ivory Coast are moving the basketball. 18 quick points, 4.5 minutes in. There's the blocking foul. Dale just did not move his feet. Obleng puts up the three. Doesn't get it to drop. Another one-pass offense for Uganda. Cote gets a touch, inside, outside. There's the first miss from the three-point line for Dieng. On the inside, tries to go baseline, no angle. He's going to have to try and make the pass and turns it over. Stanley Mugawa made his debut in the World Cup qualifiers yesterday. 15 minutes of floor time. The two guys got into double digits yesterday, Obleng and Fayed Bal. Nice pass to the inside and one. And Moussa Kone held his space. Give me the ball, he said, went up strong. Draws the contact. Sharp pass to the inside. Good change of angle. Then into the space. Just followed the first cut. And the back of that zone just got underneath him. Easy pass, easy finish. And the bonus of the extra point to come. James Okello joins the game. Moussa Kone completes the three-point play. Abu picks up the personal. Not really sure how he can defend that. If they're going to call that for a foul, because the arm was across him, and that was the way that was the initiation of the contact from where I'm sitting. Obleng will inbound the basketball for Uganda. Another turnover. They turned the ball over 32 times yesterday. They're well on the way to that here. Upstairs for the throwdown. Moussa Kone ran the floor and got rewarded. And the Ivory Coast having some fun here. (23-6). And it's another turnover. It's already turnovers beginning to accumulate. It's the 4th turnover for Uganda. Turn down the corner 3, attack the ring, far side, nice finish. Saleh again, goes to 6 personal. Call the travel before, it would have been a charge, I think. Coach Senowa is going to have to look at this and just decide how he wants to play this, because at the minute his team are just, I wouldn't say accepting it, but Ivory Coast are getting what they want at both ends of the floor. Diabate reverses the ball. Diabate's going to call for the travel. Again, I'm not sure. He did seem to catch the ball and jump, so he could have gone either way, but the one thing I'm definitely not is a referee. 25-6. Ivory Coast have the lead. One of the 2 African teams, 3 African teams now qualified for the final stage of the World Cup. South Sudan, amazing achievement by the South Sudan in such a short space of time to just build a program. Alley-oop was never looking good to happen. Egypt also became the 3rd team. So 2 spaces left for Africa in the biggest basketball event in the world. Multiple hosts looking to put on one hell of a show in September. Open 3 in the corner is good. And Jean-Philippe Dally's having a nice 2 days, 2nd day of 3. Already up to 9 personal. That's his first 3 of the game. To go with his 19-point haul yesterday on 29 minutes of floor time. That's another travel. That'll be the 5th turnover as Uganda get close to having as many turnovers as points early on. The team that coming into this qualification window shared the ball really well. One of the better teams in the African qualifiers in terms of assists per game. That's another travel the other way. It's good to see. Youngsters getting floor time out here. Dominic Diamonde with the travel. The 2 is long. A foul in the rebound. And that's going to be a Ugandan ball on the baseline. Nice effort by Stanley Buwaga. Well, he just kept working. That's all you can do. Just about inbound the basketball. Kazito is fouled as he tried to create. That'll mean he'll go to the free throw line as the Ivory Coast are in the penalty. Francois Kuyol picks up the personal. Didn't need to foul that. 0 for 2, but the offensive rebound and putback is no good, but Magawa will go to the free throw line. Stanley Morgan, 198. Also made his World Cup debut yesterday. Single point in his 15 minutes of contribution. Goes 2 for 2, so doubles that. Turnaround jump shot is no good. Billy, one of the veteran youngsters at 22. Nice pass inside, turned over, that chance to run for Ivory Coast. They don't need a second invitation. Fofana leads the break. Billy goes, well, had a layup and turned it down. The one man who won't turn down the open shot is C.R. Dieng. That's his 4th 3 of the game, 12 points, 4 from 5 from beyond the arc. And an open shot is an open shot. They don't change the height of the basket depending on the opposition. Okay, the time and pressure will be different, but if it's open, it's open. So 4 from 5 is 4 from 5 from the three-point line in anyone's book. The long 2 is no good, but they get the roll. And Titus Odeka did some work on the glass there. They just about get it away at the end of the first, and that is dominant by the Ivory Coast. They lead this one at the end of one by 31 to 10. And another difficult start for Uganda with the delay of tip. But good signs towards the end of the first there. Began to do some work on the glass. 14-11 is not good for Uganda. 1 from 9 from 3, but they're looking at 67 and 75% the other way. And the Ivory Coast have shot the ball really well. Let's take a look at the best plays of that first quarter. Well, the story at the beginning of the game, apart from the delay, was this, the ability to shoot the 3. Diabate had 1, but C.R. Dieng went 4 for 5 on that first quarter from the three-point line. As we said right at the top of the game, after yesterday's loss, doesn't matter who they're playing, the opposition-wise, but you'd have thought, and they were, the Ivory Coast came out and wanted to put the record straight a little bit. Their first loss in 7 games. And you know, C.R. Dieng missed the end of quarter shot. He was instrumental in that really impressive start. And they've built a margin here that they can look to build a performance. Good to see that Jan Obele got some floor time early in the first quarter. Be good to see Akib Swari and Dominique Diamande. Diamande saw the floor in that first quarter. Jan Obele and Diamande, a couple of minutes each. Brian Pamba, who played well yesterday, checks in at the start of this second quarter. Had a really nice game yesterday, man. 25 minutes, 5 points. Didn't take a bad shot, really. Went 2 for 5, 40% all from the three-point line. Kyo picks up the personal first possession at the start of this second quarter. It's a much better, stronger drive under control. And Kizito, one of the City Oilers contingent of this Ugandan team. What a BAL. Only a couple of weeks away now. 12 franchises in that BAL. That'll be exciting. It's the 3rd year for that competition. In the half court. Keogh kicks to the corner. Nice find. The 3 is no good from Diamande. Diamande. Another one with a future. 31-12. Cote d'Ivoire have it on the baseline. Turn it over though. Numbers down the floor for Uganda. You just got to see the open man. Turn it over. Poor pass. Good effort though by Brian Pamba to get back and break that up. Keogh looks at the flare, not there, drops it inside. Inside out, Pamba puts it on the floor, gets to the elbow, nice pass. And the youngster couldn't get it away. Billy went up a little weak on that one. Uganda look like they're now in the game. It's taken them a while to get going. Why wouldn't it? There was that real messy start. Fofana needs a pass, finds one. Then they recycle it. Pamba has it out top, takes the ball screen. Fofana lines up the 3, is off. And it looks like a basketball game now. It's really disjointed in that first quarter, but Uganda much more fluid as this second quarter gets underway. Pamba again with a great defensive effort. He's going to get rewarded. He'll take the assist, not the points, and Fofana gets 2. A timeout would go amiss for Uganda right now, because now they're in the game. It's worth looking at how they're doing, looking at changing it. Until now, when they were just didn't look mentally at the game. No point in taking any time out there. Nice move to the hoop. Blow the easy, what should have been an easy 2 for Okello. Yo goes up off the glass, blows the layup. That should belong to Uganda. Pamba, that's going to be an offensive foul on the ball screen by Jan Bilek. Innocent Ocella. I'll use the cliche. Innocent Ocella was the innocent party. Penetration and kick, better movement away from the basketball, but then it sticks. Move to the hoop and 1. We're going to count that. And that's just an indication of how much better Uganda have been already in this second quarter. Bile's going to sit. Get it replaced by Musa Cote. Second, and the free throw is good. Uganda goes to 5 personal. 3 from 3 from the line, and the made field goal. Pamba thinks about the 3, turns it down. Diamande won't. Hits the back of the iron. No white shirt. And Ivory Coast are taking their foot off the intensity here. Everything's just a little bit easier. Mugawa hands it on. The very, very long 3 is rimmed in and out. Turn down the high ball screen. Mr. Coney will move it on. Theo has it knocked away. Pamba with 5 on the possession. Little flip out the back of the hand that really didn't help Fofana. We won't thank him for that. Manufactures the floater and gets the 2. Well, the leader of this team re-establishes the 20-point advantage. Brian Pamba smells a steal. Feels it every time down the floor. He's just alive to the opportunity. We go. No idea about the shot clock. Had the ball 8-10 feet from the hoop, deep on the shot clock. Got to make the play. Substitution is Titus Odeka. Checks out of the game. Coach Senyonawa. A little chill on the sideline. Inside, outside. Fofana wide open for 3 is short. Almost too much time. Usakoni and 1. Usakoni bullying the Uganda defense. Gets his rebound, goes through contact, draws the foul. Just bullies his way to the ring. Goes through contact, will make his way to the free throw line for the extra. Can't make it go. Gets his own rebound though. Why get 1 when you can get 2? Uganda will rotate as Mugawa checks out. Odeka checks back in as Coach Senyonawa tries to maximize his resources. Dejan Pokic is still working hard. His journey's going to end in the World Cup. That's what he knows. Double team. They get out of the trap. Now they've got to hit the other side of the floor. They don't get the ball reversal. Ball reversal would really help now. Open in the corner. They take the open 3. It's short. And Kuyo looks to run. The leading pass was 2 leading. And Diamonde couldn't chase it down. All Uganda have to do against this trap, make sure you've got a clear pass and then make the extra pass. Be a reaching foul. Diamonde picks up the personal. It's not just the playing time here, it's being around the senior national team players. It's a real bonus for Dominique Diamonde. The very long 3 is good. That's halfway to the center of town. Fofana will move it on. Kone will set the ball screen. Pamba neither uses it or turns it down. Finds himself at a foul line for 2 is no good. Musa Kone is just a wrecking machine on the glass. Gets a blow to the face. Diamonde cleans up the mess and gets the 2. And he's going to sit. And Jonathan Lawore checks in, gets his first playing time. At the beginning of his national team career, and Charles Abo is at 33. At the latter stages of his. Foul line jump shot is short. Offensive rebound. I don't think it scraped the front of the ring. They haven't really reset. Going to have to go up. The 3 is away in time. Is long, no good. And Musa Kone may well be having a career night on the glass if he maintains this sort of number in production. Ivory Coast with 20 boards. Uganda with 12. And Cote already has 6 rebounds. Last 3 minutes of the first half, 40-18. The Ivory Coast have the advantage. The long three off the ball screen is no good. Cote just wants everything on the glass. Had that one taken off him. Fofana says, I need to share those out. Keo goes up, poor shot. No space, went up with the inside hand as well. Got what it expected to get, which was blocked. And there's his first 2 points of the World Cup qualifiers. Jonathan Lawore, 19 years old, 2 meters. And by reputation, a pretty phenomenal athlete. The deep three is good. And again, Odeka has no respect for range. I'm open, I don't care if I'm closer to the halfway line. I'm gonna let it go. Keo comes off the ball screen, looks at his options. Well, back to back then. I've scored, I'm gonna take it to the ring. That's a move down the middle for Lawore. He's long. Skip pass, turn down the 3 on the catch. That's just asking for Cote to steal it, which he does. Throws it down off the runway and points to his friends in the crowd. Uganda will have it on the end line. It's always a challenge for coaches in this situation. You've got to find ways to talk about yourselves and your level of performance. As the fadeaway jump shot is short. CR Dieng. You can't leave CR Dieng open. He's 4 from 6 from the 3-point line. Fofana goes back to Dieng. Wants the ball screen. Why wouldn't he? Kicks it off. Bali for 3. It's no good. And Jean-Philippe Daly back in the game. Charles Abo. Said before the first game, so pleased to be back in national team basketball. Played in the previous World Cup. Now fighting for a place to make the trip to the Far East. Well, it seems the staple diet at the moment is the long 3. Ball's chased down. Fofana will go to the free throw line, having been fouled on his way to the ring. The bench want to give him some love. Professor Fofana averaging 12 points, 6 rebounds a game across this successful World Cup qualification campaign for the Ivory Coast. Will go to the free throw line. Odeka picks up foul number 1. Fofana strokes the first. whistle on the play, and I think there was a off-ball foul. I think the referees need to talk about it as it's off-ball and the ball is dead. Obviously, it's not an action, a legitimate action, so interesting to see how they interpret this. It's going to call it regular. I think they should have a look at it. I mean, I missed it. I'll be brutally honest, I missed it live because it was away from the ball. The two officials are going to check it out. Would be useful if we could hear their deliberations. It was such a powerful tool in the World Cup finals in China when they brought in that innovation. Let's take a look. There's the elbow. And if they think it's an elbow, it's an unsportsmanlike foul as a minimum. Something happened. Okello would say it's a reaction to the push in the back, but I'm not really sure I saw the push in the back. I don't think there's no afters as such, but if there's an elbow off the ball when the ball is to an extent dead, let's have a look again. He looked as well, you've got to be honest, and that Okello did look to see Daly there. Interesting. The great thing about the review system is the referees can they call it unsportsmanlike and they have to. It gets them away from the emotion of the moment and they can just look at it and in the cold light of day, just review it and say, let's make sure we get it right. What you can't do is what James Okello did. Where he definitely looked and then definitely went with the elbow. Not in a big time way, although I'm not really sure what's bad and not bad when it comes to that. But Okello gets the unsportsmanlike foul. Jean-Philippe Daly has a chance to put up the 50 points and a half for the Ivory Coast, and they will have the basketball, which he does. 50 to 21, the Ivory Coast. Lead by 50 because they're playing well. It's not, Uganda are not, and especially at the beginning of the game, weren't really ready. But the Ivory Coast have played hard and have played well. A little bit of payback for their loss to Nigeria. They're going to hold it for the last shot here. Don't have to run anything. Nice find. In the corner for three. And the youngster couldn't get it to go. Lawore. And the Ivory Coast end the first half with an impressive 50 to 21 advantage over Uganda. So Uganda make their way out onto the floor. A much better performance from them in that second quarter, keeping Ivory Coast down to just 19 points after the 31-point explosion at the beginning of the game. Got to maintain that throughout this second half. Ivory Coast with the basketball. It looked like his own, but it's a man-to-man defensively. That ball goes inside. Put it downside to Kona. Nice cut. Ball's knocked away though. The cut was good, but the pass wasn't really there. Got to get in the gaps. Wide open for three is off. Defensive rebound is pulled in by Daly. Abu on the outside. They're going to try and milk that high post entry. Now they'll use the ball screen. Pick and pop. Wide open for Dali on the perimeter. Strokes it. Continues to impress in this competition window, does Jean-Philippe Dali. Open three. Much better options for Uganda there. Keller with the made jumper. Obo takes the tough two under pressure. They had better options. Ball's got to see the inside against that zone. That's a reaching foul. Charles Abu. It's always been a really athletic, really strong two guard. Really does give you a little dimension as the three is off. Ciccone gets the easiest rebound he's got. Ciara leads the floor. Gets it back. Surely he's going to knock that one down. He did that in the first half. Took too much time, almost. Defensive rebound pulled in. And Dieng breaks it up. They're going to call the foul. Ciara Dieng wanted the travel, but just got carried away with the contact. Just went forward and was never really in stance and generated contact. Picks up his second foul, Dieng. This is going to go up. Oh, they had to kick the open three, drew the defense and kicked it. And they did none of that in the first half. Much better start here by Uganda as Innocent Ochella picks up second field goal. Abu for three is good. Tempo offensively is good for the Ivory Coast. The ball doesn't stick too much. Nice pass to the inside. Ball's knocked away by Kuyo, but Uganda hold on to it. Well, the option on the nice little pass was a really nice decision. Just couldn't execute the pass. Abu doesn't like his options. We'll just get it back into the safe hands of Dieng. Ciara Dieng will take the ball screen off Cote. Has to go round it, not takes it. Three is good. And Dale continue, and I keep saying it, continues to impress. 17 points, 3 from 4 from beyond the arc. Oh, the back door was there, but the slip took it away, but they managed to recover it. The three hits the side of the backboard, chance to run. And Kuyo just can't handle it. Obleng has it. Hasn't really found any offensive rhythm at all, Peter Obleng. Has it now. Kizito, 5 on the clock. Gonna have to put this up. They'll take the tough three. Is no good. Offensive rebound. Way to stay with it. Just needs a pass. Just about recovers it. Back to 9 on the shot clock. 7 in fact. Okello moves it on. Nice job to attack the closeout. They're going to call that offensive. Cote put his body on the line. Oof. I'm not sure when he took off that Cote was there. First look at the most valuable floor wiper in World Cup basketball. Let's just say he's committed to his job. There's a challenge for any floor wiper across the rest of these qualifiers. Can you be that enthusiastic? Halfway through the third. Bele comes high, they hit the second side. Look at inside, no options. Cote moves it on. Abo is no good with the three. Ball's kept alive. Everyone gets a piece of it. Dieng has it. Decides to put it up. Hasn't made one for a while. That's his first three since the first quarter. Why would you give him space? 18 points personal. Tough pass, tough finish. Okello gets the two. So whistle on the play. I think they've called it offensive. Ball's knocked away. Abu still working hard, the veteran. Nice interview. It's on the World Cup qualifier website. Harry talks really. Just loved being part of the World Cup in the past. Would love to be part of the World Cup again. Point you in direction of some of those news stories and things on the website. You can get it via the World Cup qualifier, the app. Once these qualifiers are finished, all the news, then there's the draw, you know, countries putting together their rosters. It's all going to be so exciting, you know, the pinnacle of the game where everybody wants to be in September. Here comes Abu, comes off the ball screen, gets himself to the foul line, a little over the head showtime. Whistle on the play as Bile went up 1 on 3. Sort of play he might make locally. He's going to struggle to make that at this level, but hangs on to it, gets the contact, will go to the free throw line. Foul's called on Odeka. And Bile makes the free throw. Good size, good athlete. One for two from the line though. (13-8) quarter so far. So Uganda really have dug in here after that difficult start. 31 points they gave up in quarter one. But hanging in there now. Odeka inbounds, they reverse it off the Okello pass. Poor looking three, but they're going to chase that one down. But and the ball's going to stay with Uganda. Kazito was after it. He's 36 now, Kazito. Putting it out there still. Nice pass, whistle on the play. And they caught it on the floor, though. Soiree in the game. Akib Malik Soiree. Open three is good for Odeka. Nice stroke with his feet set. Just under 3 to go in the third. Abu. Well, they'd like to go inside, but they're just going to step off him, so they asked Abu to shoot it. It was almost like a reluctant shot. Wasn't really what he was wanting to do, wanting to feed the post and play, but again, they're Uganda. Just, again, looking more like a team. Little leaner is no good. Abu comes down with a defensive rebound. Chance to run, and he has numbers. 5 on 3, nice fake. Kuo with a layup is good. Way to run the break. Francois Kuyo and Abu. It was just a case of when he threw the pass, threw it to perfection. The step back for Odeka. He's just made the last one. Why not take another one? Great work on the glass. Can't get the and one. Going to have to earn both from the free throw line. Kazito again, just going to work. Dominic Diamande checks back in. Dieng out top. Will take the ball screen, turns it down. Gets his feet set though, they separate from him. It's long on the 3. Diamande chases it down, gets the offensive rebound. Abu, off the ball screen, looks at his options. Interesting idea on the pass, just couldn't execute it. Therefore, another turnover. Okello tries to tough one off the glass, doesn't get it. That's a rebound. Great work on the glass. Well, the idea was good, the execution poor. But Okello on the glass was good. Innocent Ochella saw the pass, just couldn't execute it. Last minute of the third quarter. Again, a better quarter again for Uganda. And the steal's going to make that even better. That's Obu just saves it. They get a reset. Gets in the lane, drops it off. Should be, and was in the end the 2, but Soiree missed the first. Gets his, opens his account in World Cup qualifier basketball. Nice hands. Soiree's long. And that'll be Uganda basketball, I believe. I think Abu, well, Abu looks like he's convinced the official it was his. Not really sure how that can be his ball, but anyway. Kuyo with a 2 is no good. Defensive rebound pulled in. They're going to get it away. 6 seconds remain. Have to be quick now. Chura from deep. Doesn't hit anything. And that'll do it for the third quarter. There's the confirmation. The Ivory Coast had the 67-34 lead over Uganda. Cote d'Ivoire getting it done. Already on the plane for the World Cup. They lead this one 67-34, shooting 56-43 from the field. 27-24 for Uganda, hence the 33-point margin, compounded by the rebound dominance that Ivory Coast had. Let's have a look at the best plays of the third quarter. Dali started the third quarter how he has played in the first two games of this qualification window, shooting the three-point ball really well. As we said, the movement of the basketball, the options they're trying to get as this game progresses, Uganda just doing such an improved job. Ochera makes the three off the inside-outside pass. Dieng just had to remind us how good a three-point shooter he was. And there's the last play of that third quarter. And Uganda are going to be, the scoreline will not impress them, but they have really applied themselves in the second and third quarter to get this to a point where they've been more than respectable. They've been competitive in that third quarter. That was a 17-13 quarter with the Cote d'Ivoire having the advantage. The court side 18-91. Code to download all your information on your court side app. Check that platform out. Want to watch a game? Get onto court side. Muguru's had a quiet third period. Gura dives in, doesn't get a look. Deep three is long. And why would Diamande get a rebound? Get another positive stat. Plants himself in the corner. Lifts, lines up the three, is short. Suarez just keeps it alive. Oof, that's going to be offensive. Looked offensive. Oh, Billet. Take the open mid-range jump shot. Defense is already there. Mugoa. Screen gets under the on the baseline. He's open. They're going to take a tough one. Whistle on the play, and they fouled another jump shooter, which is why Coach Pukic is not a happy coach. Teaching as well as coaching right there. Dominique Diamande being educated. Diamande has got some real upsides. 2 meters 2 at 17 years old. Look comfortable on the perimeter. Long and quick. Quito misses the first of the free throws. Gets the roll on the second. Second move and one. Oh, they're going to call the travel. Oh, I wouldn't mind seeing that one again. Old school, up and under. I think he may have been shortchanged on that call, but we're not going to see it again. So Laware is quick. Diamande throws that one down, gets off the runway, and has some hops. He's gone. A wide open three for Adeka, can't get it to drop. Hey, tell you, Jonathan Laware putting up some numbers right now. Wow. Suarez with the lefty goes to 5 personal, strokes the free. The future's bright if you're at the Ivory Coast right now. These 3 on the floor together. In fact, 4 on the floor together. For the younger end of this roster on the floor with Siari Dieng at the point. They're not missing a beat right now. Sorry, with the back screens, got to move it on. Laware. Suarez with a little scoop with the left hand. And the 17-year-old wants to know what all the fuss is about. Senior national team, I can do that. And he gets a block. What's all the fuss about? This is what you do, right? Someone penetrates, I'm supposed to block it. Senior national team, it doesn't matter. Coach Procic motionless on the sideline. He's not going to get too excited. He's going to make sure that Akib Suarez is feet firmly on the ground. Gotta love the way this group has reacted to the youngsters in the team. Not letting up, qualified yet, but they've reacted to the loss yesterday in a perfect way.
We still need to keep them as low as possible. That's the objective. Let's not get careless, don't get carried away or anything. Yeah, don't give away the ball.
Let's take care of the ball. Some things were working, we're now going away from them.
Yeah. Maybe what they've changed is now they're switching. They're switching a lot.
But we can move the ball. Yeah. Even with the switching, we can move the ball. Avail yourself, screen away, screen on ball. A lot of options, guys. Let's stop thinking. Let's keep playing. All right?
Wow. Jimmy Anabu played yesterday, the player with the warm-up shirt on. He's played in every one of the qualifiers so far until today, where he's obviously injured from yesterday. Yesterday he played 26 minutes, 6 points, averages 24 minutes a game and 9 points across these qualifiers. Not playing today. He's also a City Oiler. But he and Coach Senonawa just reminding these guys, there's no point in getting hard-nosed about things at this point. It's a difficult set of circumstances. Their resources are stretched. Just want to make sure that they are trying to deliver on performance regardless of this situation. So you got to take the hat off, and you may be sitting there thinking, well, maybe you should give them a harder time. They should work hard. This Ivory Coast team is a good team. This is a challenge for Uganda. They're going to want to finish this game strong. 6:40 to go in the fourth. And what makes it worse for them, they're now facing 4 young players that are trying to make their mark in the senior national team, and a guard who's been shooting the lights out for the game. So life doesn't get easy because the veterans are sitting down for the Ivory Coast. And defensively, this Ivory Coast roster is going to do a job. So Uganda, with their backs against the wall, it's not about winning or losing now. They're going to get their own victories. Find a lot about themselves right now. On the end line, they're going to go long side. Nope, they're just going to take the easy option to go to Mugowa. Goes down the middle, left hand, can't get it to finish. And I gotta say, Lowe gets another rebound and the dunk is missed. Now, we would have had a 17-year-old highlight right there if Suarez' dunk had gone down. In the passing lane, Billy Nahoni. Crowd building up for the next game as well, so there's a bit more atmosphere in the gym to end this one. That's the last thing that Uganda need, because those young players on this Ivory Coast roster are going to love to play in front of some people. Obleng sits, replaced by Kazito. Oh! Jonathan Lawore, one-man wrecking crew at the moment. Three in the corner, whistle on the play, and coach Prokic, he's not going to be happy. Foul on the jump shooter. For him, this isn't about what the score is now. It's about what he can find out about these players. This team are playing up tempo to try and play pressure. You do not foul the jump shooter. Innocent. Bochera on the free throw line, misses the first. And the second. And comes up empty from the free throw line. 6 to go in this one. And the Ivory Coast love the lineup. Diomande in the corner. Hurry down the lane with that left hand, little hang time. 5 on the possession. Dieng for 3 is good. Hey, run your options, try and get something good. Throw it to Siari Dieng with 3 seconds on the shot clock and let him knock it down. 21 points, all from the three-point line, 7 for 12 on the game. Figueroa just has it taken away from him. Diamande's on that runway again. Oh, and he bowed out. Now his coach is going to want to know why he's not getting back. And they foul the three-point shooter, and Suarez just in front of coach. And Diomande is now being told, okay, you missed it, missed the dunk, all got a bit confusing. That's fine, we can live with that. What we can't live with is you not getting back. Nice way of doing it by coach. Prokic. 77-38, 5 minutes to go in the fourth. And Innocent, Machura makes up for the 0 for 3 the last time and goes up with a 4-point play. Diomande, who's smooth. Looks inside, no option. Suarez tries to bank the 3. 4-on-3 break here, all the way. That's not a travel. Dieng handles. At some point, Coach Prokic is going to take a time here because they're not running what he wants them to run. Wide open. Lawore for 3, count it. Lawore has some real upsides. Real upsides. 80-39. Stroke the 3. Needs to make it a little quicker perhaps going forward, but and Dieng comes up with a steal. 1-on-3, he's fouled, and I cannot believe that won't be unsportsmanlike because he's behind him and he's reached at it. everybody's just untangle those legs before people try to move. Sometimes players are your worst enemy at this point. Dieng peels himself off the floor. Yeah, I agree. Fofana's not moved, so he's on the wrong side and fine. There's no way he's playing the basketball. Gonna have to check it. Siave Dieng, there's a steal. He's off to the races. And there's no way, in my opinion, that Innocent is not innocent. He's guilty, as charged on the unsportsmanlike foul. Because he's coming across from behind. Yeah, there we go. Siari Dan having a career night points-wise for the national team right here. Solid stroke. Two for two, and the Cote d'Ivoire will have the basketball. Diamonde will inbound. Innocent. Achera. Nice handle in the lane. Puts up the tough one. Gets after it, keeps it alive. And they're all over the glass. All over the glass. Sorry, I gave you a little bit of the gun show, but not sure he has those guns yet. Poor closeout by Jan Bile. No one in him. Kizito still putting it out there. Scored the first points of the game for Uganda. Nahonin is fouled out. That'll disappoint him. Chance to play, and then fouls out. Kuyo checks in for him. And Kizito still trying to get it done. Makes the first. 7 points. Been to the free throw line 11 times. Make that 12 times. Gone 8 for 12. Into double digits points-wise. Really has put together a decent game here. Diamonde for three is no good for Jonathan Laware. 7 on the possession. Dieng shakes a little, moves it on. QO for 3, strokes it. Inside out, open for 3 is no good for Julius Kizito. That's an ambitious pass by Cote. Not even Jordan Laware is going to handle that one. And they've got some length and some talent athletically. Future looks good. The Ivory Coast, when you've got like role models and leadership from people like Fofana, things are all, they come together well. Be interested to see what sort of impact they make in the World Cup. It's another step up again though. Nice duck in, they missed that. Go with a lob, turned over, Soiree has it. Dieng gives it up, nice look. And Cote was going to throw that one down hard, but without the ball, Ochera, they spaced the floor. Three from the other side is no good. Defensive round, Kyo's got the break again. Watch out, he's just going to take the layup, but blows that this time. Minute and a half to go. And for a 40-point game, which is what it is now, 87-41. The Ivory Coast have made it interesting in the way they played, and Uganda, after that poor, half of that margin was all in the first quarter. So we're a little lean away with the left hand, doesn't get the roll. Laware keeps it alive. Cote gets the two. Decker outside, moves it on, 4 on the clock, and have to put this one up. Mugawa puts it up, knocks it down. Stanley Mugawa makes the three. It's bound to be a career night for him in World Cup qualifier basketball, as he played the first game yesterday. And they're just going to walk this one out now. Going to have to put a shot up though. Dieng for three. Should have given the young player the ball. That's messed his numbers up a little bit, the missed three. And I think Uganda are going to walk this one off. And a really tough first quarter for Uganda. Lost that one 31-10. And the fourth quarter's been a trial and an effort as well. But after that really tough start and the delay of game at the beginning, they applied themselves here, made the Ivory Coast perform, and the Ivory Coast giving plenty of minutes to the youngsters on the roster, get the 89-49 win. Already qualified for the World Cup. Nice look at the two 17-year-olds and the 19-year-old for the Ivory Coast. All things happy again after the setback of the loss to Nigeria yesterday. Soiree, number 21, 17-year-old. Nine points personal for him. Soiree had 7, and Diamonde had 4. So all things happy for the Ivory Coast. Difficult competition window for Uganda. Here's the numbers: 50 and 44 and 75% from the line against the 22 and 25. Tough day at the office. 70 shots for the Ivory Coast, only 50 for Uganda in terms of attempts, and 47 boards, just dominance. Well, going to get a look at the best plays in a moment, but Dieng had 23 points. Dali had another impressive game. Cote bullied people in the first half. Can't say enough good things about Kizoto. Really did stay with the game. Let's take a look at the best plays of the second half. Most of them will be from the Cote d'Ivoire. And Dali just keeps reminding us that he's a quality player. Makes the three-point shot. And as we said, Uganda were better, much, much better, especially in the middle 2 quarters. Moved the ball so much better, got their feet set. inside and outside. Innocent Achara made a couple of threes in that second half. But Dieng at the point just had a super game. That's a career night in terms of World Cup qualifier basketball for Siale Dieng. That was the end of the third quarter. Things no change, but then you got the youngsters in the game. Monday with the throwdown, got off the runway pretty quickly. Him and Jonathan Laware and Akib Soare were just the story for me in that second half. Was those three youngsters, two 17-year-olds and a 19-year-old. Good job by Coach Pokic getting him in the game and also keeping him very, very grounded. Teammates can get excited about the block. Coach was looking at how he got into that spot. Siale Dieng. Outstanding game. And as we said in the first half, open shots are open shots. You've got to knock them down. Okay, in a higher level game, you're not going to get as many, but the Cote d'Ivoire restore their, get back on winning ways. They get the win, will remain top of the group, already qualified for the World Cup final stages. And dealt with a difficult start from them as well. When you have a delayed start, it can work against you in all sorts of ways, but they did a really nice job. Hopefully get a look at the groups and the qualification status. So still a game clear in the loss column from Angola. Nigeria currently in third place in this group. And there's the confirmation that in the African qualifiers, Egypt and South Sudan joined the Ivory Coast yesterday. Still 2 spots to fill. Won't know about those until tomorrow. But for now, from Luanda, it's another good one. See you later.